I've just seen the title of a podcast saying NVIDIA, the chip manufacturer, whose share price has gone bonkers recently, have just announced that they are bringing out a chip that is like a brain, and it's going to be installed in millions of robots, which is just, there's a lot to digest. We've got Nonconformity AI, a newsletter which we're just getting going again to provide insights into this AI, and the headline on that AI site is keeping up with AI, because it's just so much going on. It's just quite mind-boggling to ponder the rate of how this is evolving, how quickly. Maybe I could go down there, maybe not. So Moore's law was a law stated that as technology went on, every 2 years the speed of a chip would double and the cost would halve. So that's like cells dividing. It just escalates and escalates and escalates. And we've seen now AI come out. I think a lot was going on behind the scenes before it was released to the public. And ChatGPT's now going to 5 and then 6. That'll have AI agents that are kind of like basically in-house staff members that will have a brain that you give tasks to do. They might be in charge of your accounting. One might be in charge of your marketing. You'll give them parameters and they'll learn and do a better job as they go along. And you can feed in and train them. So it's just, it's pretty scary, but also a lot of opportunities for people like me and people like you who maybe want to open up businesses really quickly and test them really quickly. We're about opening up loads of different businesses quickly to test them and to gather feedback and to build them around the customers, not keep hold of this magic idea which we think is amazing and not do anything with it. Which way should we go? Let's go this way. So and these robots, I mean, I've seen videos, a lot of these robots, that some of them looked a bit clumsy, but as time went on, they were getting easier. A lot of factories are using these robots now to replace humans. So we've got a growing population going on. We've got an outdated schooling system, especially with the rate of AI. Like if you think about people going to school now or coming out with certain degrees, or thinking about what to study, I think just a lot of the stuff is just so outdated. Because I need to go to the van, actually, maybe the shop. The education, it's just so outdated. A lot of those roles, a lot of the industries will just look completely different, or have just been completely taken over by computers, AI, and robots. So there's going to be a whole host of change going on. Just makes me wonder for my son how the world's going to look when we don't know what we're going to do about school yet. But I think the problem with the education system, you're just going in and learning loads of facts, basically. I did well in school, but I just wasn't really that engaged with stuff. I was with certain lessons, but it's very left brain activating, the creative, let alone all the arts disappearing or being removed. It's all just very facts. Learn these facts. Like you learn French, but you don't really learn how to speak French. You learn maths, but you don't really learn about net worth and how to save money or look after your wealth, or how the credit system works. You learn about business, but you don't actually go and set them up. You just learn all this theory. And I know I'm not saying all theory is bad, but it's just, so that I think with this AI and a lot of jobs going, the education system being behind it, especially they're not going to be able to adapt to this new world and be training people. I really think it's going to be the operators of AI that do well with this. Obviously, universal credit is a growing thing. And with all these jobs, it's like, what are people going to be doing? How do they get an income? So I would urge you to have a think, because things are moving really fast. Even if you're in a job that does require humans, like sales, etc., it's just going to be more and more competitive. Rather than a sales team of 30 people, that could be reduced down to 10 or maybe 5, because a lot of these AI tools will be doing a lot of the stuff for them. There's AI tools now that do the cold outreach. Then they'll start talking to them as if they're a human. We've seen now help contact. It's getting a bit busy down that street. What's everybody up to? Yeah, help bots on websites now are becoming a lot smarter and sometimes unnoticeable, I think, to a lot of people. The QR code that I've got on the back of the van for people to scan to go to the free LifeMaster program. It said you're allowed one free QR code, but it just kept trying to get me onto the plan, and I contacted their support, and I could tell it was AI because I just kept getting instant emails back, and I couldn't get hold of a human. And it didn't help me straight away, but it did start giving me other useful articles, which I then did the research and found it out. So I got the help that I needed without a human on the other end having to answer. The community software that I've now got has got a lot of AI stuff built in to allow you to onboard people and just, again, take a lot of the human element out of it and answer a lot of the questions. You know, if somebody's coming to your website, there will be, over time, key things that they're all asking the same thing. And as this data gets fed into AIs, they become smarter and can recognize the patterns and just answer more quickly. So it's self-learning. And now with these chips, they're just getting smarter and smarter. I think James Cameron said he tried to warn us in Terminator 2 recently in a tweet or something like that. So yeah, I think the key is to really think, if you're in a position, think about what industry you're in and look at the AI tools around that. If you're in a position, one option is to start bringing in these tools to your boss, to your business, to your workplace, and being the person that integrates them, not being scared of it, because it's going to be implemented. There are now the AI agency model. A lot of people are advertising on YouTube to go and charge people money to implement the AI into their businesses. So that's becoming quite widespread, and it's something I considered. But I don't want to do businesses that are all the new trend and all these people are doing. We are doing the agency business model, which is around that kind of idea. So yeah, I mean, you've just got to look and either bring them in and be the architect of it. If you're in a job at the minute, learn about what's available and bring them in, because if not, you might well be replaced or semi-replaced, or like half of your team. It's going to be a gradual process, but there might then be big sudden layoffs and less jobs out there with more and more people. So the key is to get ahead with educating yourself on this. And we're providing a lot of tools and businesses to allow people to do that. AI tools directory, and nonconformity AI. And then there's the community. Yeah, I mean, a part of me just thinks I should maybe just focus on the technology, the business and the AI and the automation software a lot now, because I have been a little bit lost of late again. I keep getting like a few steps forward, a few steps back. I've been a bit lost with the videos as well. But I said to Emily I might just take a break from the videos, but she said, well, just do a short one saying you're confused. And that's, yeah, again, I'm just being honest. It's a balance of learning what's going on, but then implementing it and putting it out there. But we'll keep going. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, I think, yeah, if you're in a job but then if you are, I would also start up businesses. Say if you're in a job and you learn about some AI tools that could be brought in, you could then put your services out there to help other businesses put them in. Because a lot of people running businesses, it is quite amazing, this technology coming in, and I still meet people that are a lot younger than me that just aren't very good with computers, aren't very tech savvy. There's some people that are like a few years older than me, that like they don't even have WhatsApp. They were just a little bit behind on the technology window. So this AI stuff could just come along and blow the wind, knock the feathers, whatever the phrase is, out of a lot of people. Everybody's really hearing of AI, but people don't really know how to use it properly. Even the prompts, a lot of people are just using it like Google search, but you know, you can put, I put in a transcript the other day from loads of different journal entries over several years when I was in Bali, and I said, right, pick out this and this and summarize these, and then you just upload all the documents, and it went through and did it. So for legal people, God, the functions are endless. They really are, but people are really just now starting to catch on. But I think a lot of people might just wake up one day and be like, wow, what happened? What happened to the world? So I think, yeah, you've got to be on top of this. And I think our philosophy is to start lots of businesses. The other thing is AI wrappers. That's a really popular business model now. And that just is, it's basically like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they can all do lots of amazing things, but people don't know of all these amazing things that you could do, like that document summary thing that I just said. So what people are doing is they're tapping into the API of ChatGPT, making an AI wrapper, which is basically just a function of that, and dressing it up into another business, and just making it really easy for people to do that thing that they didn't think they would be able to do. And then marketing is simple, because it's like, yeah, this app, this business does this one thing. But they could just go to ChatGPT and do it, but people don't realize that ChatGPT can do all these things. So that's, yeah, AI wrapper, which we're going to code a few of those as we go and show people how to do that and launch some apps. All you need is a couple of apps like that running, and you can learn now to code without coding. Again, using AI and some tools, which we're going to be profiling. And you can get apps coded and launched within weeks without knowing how to write a single line of code. So I'm excited to test that. And there's a course that I'm going to buy to follow to do that. And then I'm going to just launch it for free for all my people following on here, because you've got to get ahead. And we're just providing loads of pathways for people to quickly level up, upgrade that part of life or this part of the life. And I think if you can have get three businesses going that are bringing in 10 grand a month, you can then still work and do other things, build other businesses. But that's really what our mission is for you, to get a handful of businesses going. So you're earning 10 grand a month, pretty much, on autopilot, with maybe a bit of management every day, an hour a day per business, maximum really. And then you've just got so much more time to keep developing. And once you begin exercising these muscles in your brain, things start to escalate and increase. It's like a muscle, the idea muscle, the business muscle. And it's just great now with a lot of these tools, because a lot of times people they might love the creative part of their business, but they hate the admin, they hate the accounts, etc. So we're just about automating AI or outsourcing those things. So we're going to be leading by example and showing you how to do that by setting up 100 in 1,000 days, and just keep going. Well, I'm glad I've made the video today, because that came out well, and it's got me more excited with the potential, just seeing that article and giving me a bit of a start for the video. So yeah, we'll keep going.